I was going to say ladies and gentlemen, but ladies. Must be no men that have trapped emotions. Yeah, trust me, I've done enough of myself. Well, my name's Kelly Stout. I am a certified emotion code practitioner, certified body code practitioner, and as of last week, a certified belief code practitioner. So there's three modalities that we work with, three roadmaps, basically. I've been doing energy healing and energy work for people for probably about 20 years. Kind of flying by the seat of my pants, not really knowing a complete direction. When I found this this program, it's like a roadmap. So I don't have to use Google no more. So energy. What is energy? We're working with energy. We're working with energy in the body. Everything in our universe is energy. This chair, if we would magnify it 1,000,000 times, would be vibrating. Our hands, our body is all energy. So that's all we're working with. Emotions generate energy. When we get them trapped in our body, we create roadblocks. They say an emotion, when you feel an emotion, should run through every cell in your body in 90 seconds. And then it's gone. What happens is if we create roadblocks by having little balls of energy stuck in our system, we block it, and that's where they get trapped. We'll go through this chart. This is supposed to be a PowerPoint that's up on a screen, so hopefully it doesn't fall off here as I flip through it, and I'll try to follow it. A couple things I wanted to do first. How many of you ever heard the word coherence?
Coherence?
Okay. Do you know how it applies to our body?
Probably being aware of the whole part.
Sure.
Maybe.
So in the last 10 years, scientists have discovered that our heart actually has almost as many brain cells in it as our brain does. Have you ever heard, oh, I made that decision with my heart, not my brain? It's because it was probably true. So when we are in coherence, our heart and our brain work together. So we're going to do a little exercise right off the bat and make that happen. It helps me because then I can think clearly. So I've got a paper here we'll pass out that explains how we're going to do it. It's real simple. It takes 4 minutes. Practice this at home. I try to do it every time before I have an important meeting. I try to do it every morning. Sometimes the phone rings and I haven't had my coffee and I forget. But this is something that you can do at home. You can do by yourself. I've done it sitting in my car, getting ready for a meeting, someplace where you have to make a decision, and you want to make the decision with all the brain cells in your body. Jen. So, okay. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to get our heart and our brain working together right now, okay? So when you practice coherence, it's recommended that you maintain coherence for a 3-minute period. I actually have my coherence timer setting here, and we'll do this. The effects of doing this practice last up to 6 hours. So you can do this a couple of times a day. It doesn't hurt. It's a good thing to do it before bedtime, first thing in the morning. I like first thing in the morning. Before you go and make a difficult decision is really a good time to do it, okay? You're gonna go buy that new car and can't decide what color. Do coherence first. I mean, that's to me, that's probably the most difficult decision I've had to make in years, okay? When you're feeling stressed, just do this practice, okay? It's real simple. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on our heart. Just if you have to, put your hand on your heart, but focus on your heart. Bring your awareness from your mind to your heart. Slow your breathing down a little bit, just a little slower than normal. If you can, hold your breath maybe 5 or 6 seconds in between. And this is the most important part. I want you to feel deep in your system the emotion of caring, one or the other, it doesn't matter. Caring, appreciation, gratitude, or compassion. And we want to hold that for 3 minutes. So if we're ready, if your breathing is good, we'll start now. All right. Okay. All right. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. How'd that feel? Everybody get a little nice nap in? So, okay. I like to do that. That is one of my favorite practices. If you take nothing out of this class other than that, try to do that once in a while. It is very helpful on a daily basis. All right. So kind of what I'm going to do tonight, and I've got some gifts to give away. I've got cards and some refrigerator magnets. We got some other papers we'll get to. And somebody is going to get a copy of Dr. Bradley Nelson's Emotion Code book. It's nothing special. You can buy it on Amazon, but you can't get an autographed version. Okay? All right. So let's go through the flip chart. Two of the philosophers that I really like to follow are Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla. They were some of the greatest inventors and explorers that we've ever seen. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. That's all we're working with. I may, at some point, reference the word God. It's not religious. It's a word. It's a vibration. There's two words that we know of that will last longer than the rest of us, longer than human race will ever be alive. There's a reason why the Bible is the oldest book known to man. It's the vibration that is created when you say the word God. What's the other word? Anybody know what the other word is? What happens when you meditate and you hold your fingers? What do you say? Om. Yeah, that's the other word. Them two words vibrate to a certain frequency and a certain vibration that is healing to the body. And it's kind of cool when I found that out, because I just thought it was the people in Boulder that said Om. So, okay. All right, so let's go through the emotion code. If we get time, I don't want to keep you guys here all night, but if we get time, we'll do a little bit of heart energy. There's a big part of this that is removing heart walls. So if we get time, we'll do that. If not, we'll save it for another night. All right, so you ready? Seeing this is me. Okay. I hope this works. Looks, it might. I could need to raise this up a little bit. You think it's gonna stay? You can be Vanna. Okay. So our healing journey. Most of you are probably already on your healing journey since you're here. You're a balanced clients, I would think. Most of us have started this healing journey years ago. Everybody's healing journey is different. Everybody has a step-by-step process, and it can include energy work. It can include, everything that Jen does, Dr. Morgan does. So don't let anybody tell you that you're doing something wrong. You have to figure it out yourself. Okay? Maybe we get enough up there, they'll stay. Healing's unique. Every person has their own path. You can see here's the picture of the maze. There's no shortcut to it. And no two people have the same journey. So when we think about healing, what do we think about? Do we think about just the physical symptoms? Or do we want to heal what's causing the symptoms? So much of Western medicine deals with only the symptoms that they can see. That's where we're working with the energies in the body. Okay. No, here's Einstein's. Everything is energy, and energy is everything. That's a truth that we do not even need to. We can't dispute it. Okay. Another one of Albert Einstein's quotes was, "The future of medicine will be the medicine of frequencies and energy." He never met Nikola Tesla. They both have the same philosophy. Okay. So what are emotions? I gotta get caught up here. What are emotions? That's what makes life fun. If we didn't have emotions, we'd be boring. We wouldn't have a reason to live, because emotions make life fun. So how can something that is so good, so colorful, that make our life, how can it damage us? Okay. Okay. So the way it helped, the way emotions, guys, this is my first time, so I'm trying to remember all this stuff. So hopefully we'll get to do it again, and I'll get better. Okay. What happens is what I said when we were talking earlier. We have energy systems throughout the body. And when we experience an emotion, whether it be a sad emotion, something that we consider a bad emotion, which is fear, anger, something like that, or it can be a joyful emotion. When we experience that, it will go through our body in 90 seconds. Every cell in our body will feel that emotion in 90 seconds. If we have an organ or a misalignment in our system that prevents the energy from flowing, that emotion can get trapped. Yeah, you know, maybe, maybe we got a little sore shoulder or something. Oh, that emotion stops right in here. Little ball of energy, about the size of a grapefruit. Well, maybe when the shoulder gets better, the energy will flow. Sometimes it doesn't. And that's when they become trapped, okay? Everybody, you've heard it. We carry emotional baggage. Some of the emotions that we carry with us are from our ancestors. If they didn't deal with it, energy is one thing that is always, energy always is and always will be. It can't be destroyed and it can't be created. It's there. So I don't, I've talked to Jen enough and Dr. Frank. I don't really feel that medical issues are necessarily hereditary. I feel the habits that create that medical issue are the hereditary things, okay? Energy can be passed. So say grandma had a really hard childbirth or something, has a really deep trapped emotion. That can be passed from generation to generation until it's cleared, until it's discovered and cleared, okay? The good thing is, because it's energy, we can clear it, we release it, and we can let it go. And a lot of times we can end that cycle of the trapped emotions through the generations over and over. I got to catch up here. Okay, so how do trapped emotions affect us? Emotionally, we carry that emotional baggage with us, and every once in a while something will pop up that will remind us of that period in time when we experience that emotion and we feel it. Okay, I'll tell you one of the things that I hope I can tell you this without having to go outside and cry for a little bit. And don't I'm a man. I don't cry, right? When I had about the third session done on me, because of course, in order to become certified, I have to go through this too, and it is not a process that is 3 or 4 visits to the chiropractor and you're done. It takes a while, okay? So about the third session I had, the practitioner that was working on me found the emotion of anger. I said, man, I can't remember the last time I was angry. I don't get angry. It's just something that I don't do. It takes a lot, and I haven't been angry in years. And so she tracked it down. She said, something that happened when I was a teenager. I said, well, okay, who knows what it is? I didn't know what it was. She cleared it. 3 days later, I'm driving in here to come work out. And it hit me. The only argument that I ever had with my father. And it came up. And I pulled off the side of the road and cried for about a half hour, then I came and worked out. So, okay, physically, how do emotions hurt us physically? Like we said, we get a ball of trapped energy in our shoulder, in a knee, anything like that. It prevents the flow of energy in our system, and it creates pain. So if you have ever had a pain in your body that just will not go away, you can take aspirin, you can take pain medicines, and it just keeps coming back as soon as the effects of that are worn off, it's probably trapped energy. And 9 times out of 10, it's a trapped emotion. So if we clear that energy so the energy can flow through your system, that pain will go away. Okay. Hopefully we can do some demonstrations tonight, and we'll try. Okay. All right. This is a good thing. This trapped emotion can cause problems immediately when you trap it. As we get older, we trap Because we have experienced emotions in our life, we can trap that emotion immediately and we'll start to feel the effects. Or it can be something clear from our childhood or our ancestors, and it won't affect us until later in life. So a lot of times when we clear trapped emotions with people, we get into so it's kind of like peeling an onion. We start at the top and we just start going through the emotions, okay? A lot of times what happens, third or fourth session, we start getting into emotions that were trapped when they were teenagers. We can get trapped emotions from when you were in the womb. If your mom and dad were fighting a little bit when you were in the womb, guess who picks up them trapped emotions? And it's us. So, okay. Is my chart gonna last? Okay. So there's a picture of a trapped emotion. It's just a ball of energy. We're all energy. About the size of a cantaloupe. Can be a little bit smaller than that. Most of us have hundreds of them. Most of them are just moving around our body, not causing any problems, until we trap it in a certain spot that we have an imbalance. Okay. Most emotional energy is generated from our organs. Imbalance in your energy field, symptoms, emotional, physical pain, and they can morph into diseases. How many of you have heard of fibromyalgia? Okay. How many of you have fibromyalgia or have been diagnosed with it? I'm not medical. I'm not going there. I'm not a medical doctor, but my feeling is fibromyalgia is a group of symptoms that we know nothing about, and we had to put a name to it so that we can sell the drugs. Okay, aging issues. I mean, there's all kinds of things that trapped emotions can cause. Most of it is reversible. Oh, here's the problems. Aging issues, allergies, lung issues, autoimmune issues. Back issues are probably one of the biggest ones that I see. Discomfort, tightness in your chest, and chronic stuff that will not go away. Tiredness, there's tons of stuff that the blocked energy will. Oh, and then there's mental stuff. Addictions are one of the big things that trapped emotions will generate. I've worked with a lady about 6 times. At one point, she was addicted to heroin, and she got off that habit, and now she's addicted to caffeine. And she hates it because it does the same thing to her body as the drugs used to do. A little coffee in the morning, jumpstart the old motor isn't terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. But when you drink, she's drinking 3 or 4 pots of coffee a day. Yeah. So we're working on it. We've got her down to 1 pot a day. Okay. All right. So trapped emotions can be from any time in your life, and some of them can be inherited. The more trapped emotions you have, the more you will create. The more the blockage, the more trapped emotions that you'll create. Okay? All right. This isn't too bad. I need to put a board on it so it stands up. Okay. So how do we find trapped emotions? There's a thing going on here in our system that we just don't even think about. Let's see if I can get to this. Oh, here's a. This is Sherry. This is one of my first first clients. She was trying to make a big decision. We'd been working a few times. But basically, after the session, I felt amazing. Our accountant called. He had found investors. She's a real estate investor. And she was really stressed that day we done our session. Basically, it all worked out. She said there are people called that had been trying to get a hold of her, and she wasn't able to take their calls. So, all right. So how we expose them? We ask the right questions. We work with the subconscious. Is it gonna fall? We work with the subconscious mind. Okay. We ask the right questions. We look in the right places. Our subconscious mind is the most complicated computer that we know of. Human beings cannot duplicate it, okay? If we ever get to that point, look out. I don't know, this might not work very much longer. Okay.
I didn't want to interrupt him.
Okay, that's what I was really thinking we could do, but with this easel, it doesn't work that good, huh? Okay, there. Oh, look, that's much better. So our conscious mind and our subconscious mind is kind of like the picture of this iceberg. About 1% of our mind we use to make decisions every day. We get information in, we say, all right, I like that red car, I'm going to buy it. Our subconscious mind doesn't come into play too much on some of them decisions. Where our subconscious mind comes into play is it stores everything that we have ever experienced in our life. Everything that we have experienced energetically, and it can connect with the universal power. You want to call it God, you whatever term you want to call it, but there is a knowledge and a power throughout the universe that we have available to us if we know how to tap into it. So that's our subconscious mind. And it is the biggest part of our energy field. It's almost 95% of our energy field is our subconscious mind. That all we have to do is ask the right questions, and we can tap into the information that's there. Oh, and here's another testimonial. This lady I do not know. But basically, she had some trapped emotions released, and she was feeling better. She had debilitating back pain. Okay, it can work that fast once we release them. The doctor that invented this whole program was a chiropractor in Oregon, or Utah. When his grandfather was a chiropractor, he was a chiropractor. Dr. Nelson said, I was sitting at my desk one day, looking at my book, looking at my calendar, and he said, I had the same people coming in this week that came in last week for the exact same things, and he said, I started searching. Why, if I adjust your spine, are you not getting better? You're coming back next week, and it's still the same as it was the week before. And that's when he started looking into energy work. So he's very bright man. He developed this program, this roadmap, basically, to get a hold of these trapped emotions, this trapped energy, and release them. Okay? Subconscious mind does not lie. It is like a lie detector. We ask the questions, simple questions, yes or no. So how do we get, all right, now we're going to fold this back. How do we get the answers from the subconscious mind? Anybody ever heard of muscle testing? Okay, that's how I do. So who wants to be a guinea pig? You're standing here, look, come on up. Come on up.
All right, I got voluntold.
All right, you got voluntold. All right. So there's different forms of muscle testing. I can use her body to muscle test. I'm standing in her energy field, her aura, okay? I can test myself because she's allowing me to, because she agreed to stand up here, okay? All right. So hold your right arm out, or whatever arm. Do you have any shoulder issues?
Mm-mm.
Okay, all right. Just hold your arm out. What's your name?
Lacey.
Okay. Say, my name is Lacey.
My name is Lacey.
Well, you gotta try to resist a little bit, Lacey. Just resist a little bit. All right. So, all right, let's try this.
Okay, my name is Lacey.
Okay. So, good, strong. All right. Say my name is Bob.
My name is Bob.
Yeah. Not quite as strong. It's kind of bouncy because you're fighting me, but that's all right. So, if you want to hold it steady, you want to hold strong. Now, I can do the same thing on me because I'm standing right next to you. Her name is Lacey. I'm doing the ring and ring method. I get a very, very strong ring. Her name is Bob. It comes apart that fast. I can also, or anybody, it's not me. I just work here. That's all I'm doing. I'm just working for you. You can have a seat right now. I can also do this if you allow me to connect to you remotely or with Zoom or anything like that. Once we build that connection and that bond, we can work remotely too. So, all right, another form of muscle testing, and you can use this on your own. Okay, so has everybody got room to stand up? So our subconscious mind knows the difference between good and bad. Okay. So one of the things you can do, and if you go to the health food store, you'll probably see people standing in there with their vitamins and they're doing this, okay? All right, we're standing straight, kind of loosen up a little bit. If something is good for us, our bodies will lean forward. And if it is not good for us, we'll try to lean away from it, like a plant does to sun. So try to stand straight. Just think of the war that's going on and wherever it is, the one we see on the news every day, all the people getting killed, and just feel what happens with your body. Did you kind of feel it lean backwards a little bit? Okay. All right, now let's shift and let's think of love. Think of a puppy. The unconditional love that a puppy gives you or a dog, and see how your body feels. Lacey, you're going to fall over.
It's got a brand new puppy.
Yeah. Did you feel the difference? Did you feel the difference? Okay. You can do that for yourself. You can do that with substances. If you go to the store and think, I wonder if this artificial sweetener is good for me. Hold it up to your chest, hold it close to your heart, and then look what your body does. Okay. So you can play with that. That's something that you can take home and play with. Okay, so that's the demo there. That's muscle testing. It's a form of kinesis. Okay. So, how do we release these emotions? Oh, come on, Vanna. So to release the emotions, we got to find it first. First, we got to find it. We ask the questions. We have an emotion chart. The intention of the person. If you're working on yourself, and you can do this for yourself. You don't have to go to a practitioner or something. Sometimes it helps because we get in our own way. But you can do a lot of this on yourself and your family, and you can do it with your pets too. Animals have trapped emotions. They usually absorb them from us, but they do trap them too. Some of the most spectacular things I've seen has been working with animals. So, okay. The intention of whoever you're working with, whether you're working with yourself or if you buy the book or win the book and you decide you want to work with your mate, your spouse, whatever, it's your intention. Your intention to find that emotion and release it. It's your intention to work for their best interest, okay? We use a magnet. So our governing meridian is from the top of our lip to our tailbone. When we release that energy, we drag a magnet across the governing meridian, and that will disrupt the magnetic field of the body and release that emotion or that energy. Okay. We kind of work on the same points acupuncture, acupressure points. That seems to be where the energy gets trapped the most. Oh, now I got another page, another handout. I'm gonna have to hire 2 assistants to hand out papers and hold the, or get voluntold too. Okay. All right. So here's what happens when we release this energy. I need one because I don't have this all memorized. Okay. Thank you. Saw it. Some of the signs that around physical release is crying. One of them that I have not experienced myself, but I've seen people experience, is peeing more. Peeing, yep. And it usually only lasts for a day. But tremors, I had a lady in my office this morning. We released some very serious trapped emotions of a traumatic child, her child's death, and she had tremors, and she also had a small panic attack. Okay. During this, the healing process, we purge energy that no longer serves our body. So signs of energetic release. It's beneficial for you to know that it looks and feels like, and that you're aware of it. Yawning is one of probably the biggest ones that we see. Hot flashes and sweating. When you start releasing energy, things get hot. We get really warm. Tingling and burping. So that's just some of the signs that you're moving energy and releasing stuff that you don't need any longer. Okay. Uh-oh, we're almost ready for a demo. Oh, another demo. Okay. Okay. So does anybody in here have any pain that they're dealing with right now? Physical pain.
All of us, yes.
Yeah, right.
Anybody? I mean, nobody has any pain, aches and pains that they're dealing with right now?
Nobody wants to be a volunteer.
Oh, guys, let me tell you, it is nothing. So when I do this work with people, there is nothing I can find out that you don't want me to find out. We can only find out exactly what your conscious mind. And I have had that, well, I don't want you to find out, stuff I did when I was in my 20s. I won't. Only way I find out is if you tell me. And the only way you tell me is if you feel you need to get rid of it, okay? So it usually doesn't happen that way. You have any aches or pains?
Yeah, but they're usually other people. I'll do it.
All right. Okay.
I do have some chronic.
All right. Lacey, you're the volunteer again. All right. Pass them out.
Thanks, Stephanie.
So I'm going to hand you guys an emotion code chart, and you get these are to take home. So we have 60 words on this page, and what we have found is our subconscious mind. And here again, we're not looking at the phrase, the words that our conscious mind would accept. We're looking at the vibration that this word generates in our system. Okay, we're not. So don't take the word too literal. And it's just mostly the vibration, the energy to that word. Okay. So Lacey, where is your pain?
Right there.
One back. And on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say it is right now?
4.
Okay. Can we make it? Can we kick it and make it a little worse? All right. So
kind of
come back up there.
consistently a 4.
Okay. All right. So Lacey has agreed that she's going to be our guinea pig. Now come over here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do the arm thing again. Okay. Let's start over. Let me say my name is Lacey.
My name is Lacey.
Okay. So this is to get a baseline. This is so I can feel her strongness and her weakness. Okay. Okay. My name is Bob.
My name is Bob.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're getting better.
Okay.
The other thing too is if you're doing this, if you're helping somebody, make sure they're very well hydrated.
Okay.
I've worked with a lady this morning and she was completely dehydrated, and this does not work if you're dehydrated. Okay. Oh, all right. Put your arm out again, Lacey. Lacey, do you have a trapped emotion that we can clear tonight that will help with your back pain?
Yes.
Well, I know you said. You don't even have to say anything. You're telling me yes.
Okay.
And Lacey, would you like to release that emotion? Yeah, sure she would. Okay. So on the emotion code chart, this is simple. Guys, this is so simple and it works every time. We have some trapped emotions. Okay, put your arm out. Lacey, is this trapped emotion in column A or column B? It's column A. Is it an odd row? No, it's an even row. Okay. Her subconscious mind knows, without looking at this chart, what it is. So we know we've eliminated the 60, we're down to about 12 trapped emotions. So we know it's in column A, we know it's in an odd row. Is it in odd row? Is it in number 2? No. Is it in 4? No. Is it in 6? Is it in 2? Is it in 4? Is it in 6? Yeah, it's in 6. Okay. All right. I don't know these codes. I don't know these charts. So we'll read them together. I can put it out here where I can see it. Okay. So let's see. All right. Back with the arm. All right. It's a trapped emotion. What is the first one on there? Humiliation? Could be. Is it jealousy? No. Is it longing? No. Is it lust? No. Is it overwhelm? No. It's humiliation. Yeah, humiliation. Okay. Do we need to know anything else about this trapped emotion, Lacey? No. You don't want to know. Your body is telling me, get it out of here. I don't care when it happened. So this is my magnet. There's some refrigerator magnets. It doesn't take anything special for a magnet. This is just one of mine that I've had for almost 30 years, and it came from Hannah in Boulder. And I like it. So, all right. So we're going to release this trapped emotion of humiliation, right, Lacey?
Uh-huh.
So we go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let's put your arm out. Did we release the trapped emotion of humiliation from Lacey? Yeah. Okay. All right. Walk down there and see if your back feels a little better when you come back.
I feel like it's not as sharp.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see if there's more. Lacey, do you have another trapped emotion that we can release tonight that will help with your back pain? Yeah, you got one. Is it in column A? No. Is it in column B? Yeah. Is it an odd numbered row? No. Is it an even? Yep. Okay. Also on our emotion chart, you can see which organ generates some emotions when it's out of alignment. That's something we get into when we're in the body code, where we actually can realign that organ. So, all right, we know it's in an even row. Is it number 2? Nope. Number 4? Nope. Number 6? Yeah. Number 4. So the first one on our list is depression. No. Frustration? No. Indecisiveness? No. Panic? Taken for granted? No. So a trapped emotion of panic. Do we need to know anything else about this trapped emotion of panic, Lacey? Oh, you want to know now, huh? Okay. All right. How old are you?
45.
Okay. So let's find, we're going to start the easiest one. Back arm out. Lacey, did you trap this emotion in the first half of your life? No. Second half of your life? Well, it's got to be, right? So did you trap this emotion between the age of 20 and 25? No. 25 and 30? Pretty good. 30 and 35? No. 35 and 40? No. Okay. Between 25 and 30? 30 and 35? Yeah. Okay. You're feeling a little stubborn. 30 and 35. Okay. So did you trap this emotion at the age of 30? 31? 32? 33? 34? 35? There you go. 35. Yep, she's strong there. Okay. This is where, if we were working together, and I don't expect you to tell the group, but at the age of 35, there was something in your life that happened that triggered the emotion of, what was it?
Panic.
Panic, okay? And it could have been anything. It doesn't have to be a life-changing event.
Okay.
When I work with teenage girls, it can be the stupidest, not stupidest, it can be the thing of, my friend didn't text me back right away, created a real big emotion, okay? But it doesn't have to be. So there's something come to mind.
35 years ago. It was something close. The death of my mother was
Okay.
close, but that was 2010, so that's not.
So when we get an age,
but-
it can be a couple years either way. So between 31 and 37, or 33 and 37, somewhere in there.
And then probably some routine memories that had surfaced unexpectedly.
Okay, all right, okay.
So that's probably.
All right. So
I
that
don't
sounds,
know.
and there again, you may not know. It's like when they did it to me. I had no clue what they were talking about. And 3 days later, it came to my memory. It came to my conscious mind so I could get rid of it, okay? All right, put your arm out again. Okay. Lacey, do you want to get rid of this trapped emotion tonight? No. Okay, well, let's do that. So there again, 3 swipes. If it was inherited, we'd do 10 swipes, but it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Did we get that trapped emotions cleared? Yeah. Okay. Now walk. Feel better?
I think it feels a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is how, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being our guinea pig. So that is how we find the emotion. We ask questions. We ask yes or no questions, multiple choice questions. We find them. We ask if it's all right to release them. Because sometimes when we trap an emotion, especially if we're working with a heart wall, we have done it to protect ourselves from something. Our body just doesn't remember it's time to get rid of it. When it's past time to get rid of it is when it causes aches and pains in our body and problems with our system. Okay. Oh, here's another one. Oh, this is a cool one. This lady, I've never met her in person. She's in Alabama. She sent me this after about 3 weeks. See if I can find it here. Okay, so that's it. Sam had such severe anxiety. She hadn't been out of the house in 3 weeks. She didn't tell me that. One of my friends said, "You need to call Kelly." I was taking guinea pigs to get my certification. He said, "Don't cost you anything, and see what you can do." And this is the testimonial she gave me after about the 4th session, and it's long. So if you want to read it, we'll leave this page up because I think we're getting close to the end. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is it. So this is just our closing document. Yep. Okay. Yeah, this is just the closing one. So somebody's going to get the book. You can do this on yourself. You do not need me. I work here. I just work here. I will help you any way I can. My sessions, I've got my cards here with my sessions are cheap. We usually work for about an hour. And right now, because I am just developing this business, my sessions are $60, $45 for just an emotion code, $60 for a body code. Eventually the prices will go up, but if you want to work with me, get in before the prices go up. You can also get the next book, which is the body code, on Amazon. I didn't bring it tonight because we don't have time to do a body code. Body code session lasts about an hour. Okay. So I knew we only had right at an hour, and we're getting pretty close. Okay. Are there any questions? Do you guys have any questions? Does anybody want to be another guinea pig? We'll do one more. No. Okay. How do you feel? Did you feel any energy move when we done that?
Yeah, I feel like I resist a lot, though.
But that's all right.
I
You
just
you consciously resist a lot. Your subconscious won't let you. Your subconscious says, I want this energy out of my system. Please get it out. So it doesn't matter. You can resist all you want. But when your body is ready to release it, it will release it. So, all right. So,
to do it on yourself.
so you can use, so God, look up, Dr. Nelson has tons of YouTube videos. You can do all kinds of muscle testing. You can do the flick test. There's one where you rub your fingers together and feel if it's slick or sticky. There's the hand solo where you use this and push down on one finger or this and push down on the other finger. There are tons of ways to do muscle testing on yourself. This is my favorite, the ring and ring, because it gives me the most truthful answers. It's kind of hard to do, if I'm wanting to hold something and test if it's good for me, but this is my favorite, okay?